people look like that? I don't know. No, I wasn't ready. Is she real? Oh! Overwhelming. Wow! Beat drop. That was like a cliff dive. Hey soulmate, I'm Yeti. So Aespa is one of these groups I've been very cautious about, because if they've been requested a lot, it means that they're popular. If they're popular, that means I may also fall into that trap. And I was very overwhelmed. But I listened to Onyu and I believe Nin Yang, their duet at SM Town. I listened to it yesterday and her voice is good. Her voice is good. Her voice is legit. And I know that they have a comeback today. I've been told many times that they have a comeback today. So I thought, okay, cool, it's time. So what we're going to do is, if I like it, if I like them, if I fall, then I'll do more. Let me know what more I should do. And if I don't, I don't. If you're new, the way that I do these discoveries is that I want to see as many different sides of them as possible. So I put like different music videos, live dance practices. I think with Next Level, I've put their music video because it seems like they have such a storyline that I might miss out if I don't put the music video. I may be very confused. I may still be very confused, but I may be more confused if I don't have the music video instead. I know a little bit about the SM universe. I have listened to NCT, and particularly their last album, I think the NCTU album, there were some things on that. I reacted to it with my friend. She's the one that created this playlist, got me into SM. She's an SM stan. So I know a little bit. Okay, there's a statement that's gonna... Oh, the other thing that I know is that they have AI. Like they have some whole like artificial intelligence aspect, and they may even have AI in their music videos. I'm not sure how it works, but that part I do know. This beginning part already seems like there's some sort of statement that's going to happen, because the way the camera is starting, we're zooming in slowly, and they're already framed, they're already standing in like power poses, and they do the whole like, hey, calling your attention, but yet don't speak immediately. So there's clearly quite a like, there's a message, there's going to be a specific message, some sort of specific announcement that they're making, but it's a debut song, so they are the announcement, effectively. I'm addicted. Do you know the reason I said the whole AI thing is because I actually thought that when they were sitting on, so like here, when they were sitting here, it's the girls, and then when they're here, it's the AI. When they're here, it was the AI. The girl in purple actually looks artificial. Like, this doesn't look like... Is she real? She's not just pretty. Wow. I'm addicted to what? Oh, very high. Oh, this is the girl, this is the girl, this is the girl. That's the girl that I heard. Oh, voice. I'm addicted. 끊임없이 말을 걸어주는 나의 Aespa. 이런 교감, 너의 존재 날 다른 차원으로 이끌었지. That sounds... that seems like even her. Is that the point of them? That even when it's them, they actually... they are the AI? So maybe I got it wrong, that there's not like separate AI beings that like they are. I'm baffled. But that cart kind of looks like the SM cart that they use for promotions for the album. They're like SM wide sort of album. It's good to see the SM's recycling. Center of the work. They're very high. How are they sustaining this? No, okay, we're talking about that drop. Oh. Where do I go back from? I'm almost tempted to like start from the beginning because there's just so much going on in it already that is noteworthy. Where, I mean, I know that they have some sort of like technical kind of angle, virtual, that's the word, virtual angle where getting the love hearts and some sort of social media angle as well. It seems like the girl with her feet up in that room, that there's some sort of social media angle that we're getting as well. But their voices are really interesting. They're very high and they're sustaining it for a while, which is just quite surprising to me. And then we get the acceleration, the new, you know, the fourth girl show up, break the kind of break the atmosphere, and then they do the drop was beautiful. The drop was really beautiful. And the fact that it's mirrored not just in the beats and the music, but it's mirrored within the choreography as well. And this is Black Mamba, right? So it's a snake. And they're doing the snake moves. Even this, they're doing like charmer type moves. It's interesting. She said she's tired of people talking to her and she's in the thing on her own. Beautiful. Oh, no, that will never get old. It will never get old. That drop. It's like some sort of back call. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, at the beginning they're ejected. At the beginning they're addicted to either the Black Mamba or they're addicted to the virtual world or the people that they're talking to, or maybe it's all combined. And then now that same thing that they're being addicted to is actually turning on them, and they're being ejected by that thing that they're addicted to. And we now get the snake that's actually coming into frame. So the villain, because they're saying that they hate it. It's a storyline. Actually, sorry. No, we're stopping because it's actually I know I said at the beginning that I'm aware that they have a storyline, but this isn't just music video storyline. There's a whole backstory concept, it seems. It's like it's almost like, you know, when you have fantasy worlds like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, all those kinds of things where they create a world that's separate, and then the story that they're referring to is taking you into that world, and there's endless possibilities within that. It's feeling like it's that. We're actually getting a full storyline, not just, it's not a concept. And I kind of thought it might just be a virtual concept, but it's a full world. Her attitude is... the pitch. This is hard. How are you singing like this the whole time? Oh, the snake is talking to you in your ears. That's the Black Mamba. And it's red danger. Run. They've become the Mamba. They've become seduced by the thing that they love to the point where they're embodying some of the characteristics. So that's the message. When they said, hey, listen. And we're getting here MV jealousy. Oh, okay, yeah. So there are AI. Oh, they all have it. It's their reflection. It's different. I love her outfit. Oh! I literally feel like I can't breathe with that note that she just did. You know, when someone is belting it, it's like they've taken it from everyone else. They've taken the air. I don't understand how she's sustaining that, and how is what I don't understand. And then apart from that, we're getting the vocals laid on, which is SM, right? But we're getting that whilst we're getting the crazy visuals as well. And it's not just this environment, it's the AI arrives. Oh gosh. Oh, they're setting the scene for the fight. Why is it that my heart's actually racing and I actually feel nervous for them, for this fight that they're not even taking? That Mamba came to life. Do you know what? Their commitment to this concept is actually quite insane. That's like doesn't Kai have a scene like that in his song? It's also connected. Okay. Oh, okay. This is they set the scene originally with Black Mamba. We got the world that they've created, which is clearly quite extensive. They're telling us a little bit of it within the lyrics, within the video, but there's clearly a lot more to this world, and they can keep adding to it. And the battle set, the lines are set. It ends with it looks like the snake like being revived, and actually being revived by. It was like the social aspect, the virtual aspect, the comments. So I'm now feeling like we're talking about a different, that there's two different worlds, right? That they exist. And then there's also this virtual social media world that exists. There's lots of messages though, because I'm not entirely sure whether that's the message and that is the Black Mamba, or if the Black Mamba fight thing is a separate thing. That's what I'm not entirely. I'm sorry, the fact that she's just sitting here open with bedazzled jewel pants on. They literally are next level. They are on another level. But how are they real? Like, this isn't just makeup. K-pop has good skincare, good makeup, good, visual effects, all of that. But some of this has to be genetic, because how are you looking like actual avatars within just this? How is that possible? Not just pretty. You're not looking real. Ooh. I never know if she's her.
level, yeah. 절대적으로를 지켜 내 손을 놓지 마라. 결속은 나의 무기. 광야로 걸어가 알아 내 home ground. 위협에 맞서서 제껴라.
Oh, that was nice. Oh, that draw at the end that was extended and they let us. Oh, that was fantastic. They're so unbothered.
I'm on the next level. 저 너머의 문을 열어. Next level. 널 결국엔 내가 부셔. Next level. 저 너머의 문. I'm on the
I'm a tad speechless with this. I need to gather my thoughts. Stumped. Because it's like, do I discuss the lyrics? Which, to be fair, you actually have to look at them separately to like fully get into them, because they're alluding to the broader storyline. So it's hard to keep track of it whilst you're seeing them. Or do I talk about the fact that they actually don't look real when they're real right now? It's not the avatars, it's them. But yet, how do people look like that? I don't know. Or the way that they're singing, that draw that was lovely, the way that they are even rolling out the level part, that they're really emphasizing each syllable within it so that you stop and pay attention to it.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
I'm gonna sit for a bit.
1 hour later.
Or their attitude. They are kind of presenting this quasi-real, fake persona, and you see it mirrored in, at times, you're seeing like them as people, as beautiful as they are, and then it's shifting where you're almost, it's not quite the avatar, it's just there's a glossier veneer to it. So it's like, did you see it? Did you not? And that kind of visual effect is also being mirrored in them and their presentation of it, that they are real. They're talking about, real lyrics, a real situation, or real landscape, but they're doing it in such a way that they're not involved in it. They're so unbothered by it, like counting doing all of this, just being like, whatever, like they are above it all. They're telling you the thing, but it's for you. They're above it. They're not part of the thing that you should, like, they're not worried about any of this stuff. And they're in like a spaceship, so they're literally out of this world. They're literally in a different space that is above you. The way she's even as a center just holding them back, like, wait, it's not time yet. It's not time to release it. Gosh.
I'm on the next level.
See, that wasn't real.
내 손을 놓지 마라. 결속은 나의 무기. 광야로 걸어가.
And she's just got the whole world that she's looking at.
위협에 맞서서 제껴다 제껴다 제껴다. 상상도 못한 blackout. 유혹은 깊고 찐 like too hot too hot.
No, okay, like, look. Eyes are everything. Look at the eyes. The one in the red, I think it's Min Yang. Oh. Oh, no, 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 no. Wow. Level. It's like they're in a game, a superhero game. Oh, that was Make-A-Wish. Again, draw. It's like they're bringing together all of SM, like, concepts and choreos. I do actually want to see the choreo for this now.
I see the new info. 적대적인 고난과 슬픔. 널 덮아 벤진화시켜. That's my novice, it's my novice. You lead, we follow. 감정들을 배운다. Watch me while I make it out. Watch me while I work it out. Watch me while I make it out. Watch me while I work it out. Work it, work it, work it out.
Do you know what they're doing? You know the way that so you know the way that NCT will like shift from one song to another. They're doing that, but they're not doing it in like very elongated succinct sections. They're literally going from like phrase to phrase is a different song, but they're doing it in such a way that it's flowing, and because they're capturing your attention, I'm not at least finding it as disjointing as I've seen some other songs. I do find it very disjointing. And I think, was it like Nemix as well? There's like groups. There's groups I see, and sometimes I'm like, it's a bit much. But they're capturing my attention, I think, because the bass is also so staggered. You know, the way that they're saying I'm on the like, it's so staggered that kind of runs throughout, regardless of what they're. Yay!
Watch me while I make it out. Watch me while I work it out. Watch me while I make it out. Watch me while I work it out. Work it, work it, work it out.
It's very hard to work out what is real and what is fake. Oh, go off, off. Wait, did we move person? No. Okay, now it's a different song. It's completely disjointed. Do you know what? They get away with it because there is a storyline and there's a very full concept that they're displaying. And they're showing us right from the beginning that we're splitting between reality and virtual reality. So they're getting away with literally just cutting the song entirely, saying did she say dance break, or she said beat drop? Saying beat drop, and then just giving us an entirely different song, an entirely different vibe. But they're getting away with it because they've already set up the concept that says we can do this. So you can't even fight it. Their avatars, their IIs are so different from them. Hello. I do like that move. Ooh, man, did you hear that growl? Oh. No, I wasn't ready. I was not ready for that. We're gonna wait on that one. It really feels like their avatars are different to them. They have different hair, they're different. It's almost like they're saying, when it comes to this new world, this virtual world, you're not going to be... It's two things. It's either that in a new world that I'm going to show you, or that we're going to go to and I'll follow, you're not going to be exactly the same. You're going to be different who you are. And the avatars have a lot of attitude as well. So you're going to, gain a different sense of confidence or whatever. Or the other thing is going back to what they said at the beginning when it comes to, what was the song? Can you imagine? There's only been 2 songs, but I honestly feel like I've gone through an album. In the first song, they were talking about, it's like an announcement, right? So it feels like they're saying that's the distinction between the real world and the virtual world, that people aren't the same as they are in the real world, that you are different. And that's what people are like. And they were talking about social media in the first song. So it's like when people get online, they act differently. They almost seem like an entirely different person to who they really are. But then we get her vocals. Wow! The avatars actually just dance. It's mixed in. So the avatars are their own thing. AI is its own thing. You can't control it. Ooh. No, I can't lie. This is my favorite. I like this version of the song more. The whole call that they do this. No, I like that. It's unique. Oh, oh my god! What's happening? But this song works best visually. I'm really curious to... I'll listen to it later without looking at them. I'm curious to see if I will still like it as much as when I'm seeing them. It feels like it's so connected that without it, it's going to feel far too disjointed. Like, can you imagine just being in your kitchen or something, doing, your daily business, and you're just partway through, you're getting people belting out notes, you're getting completely shifting songs. I don't know if you can have it without the visuals. It's really Oh, that was slick. That was slick. Oh, and it's mirrored. It's the same thing that they did in Black Mamba. They started with it. This one isn't real. I'm convinced. Oh, Black Mamba speaking! Black Mamba speaking to you. Don't listen. Whispering sweet nothings into your ear. It's like the snake at the Garden of Eden trying to lead you astray. Don't listen. What's up with these subs, man? So the live of Next Level came up in my playlist in between this. It's probably going to be on Patreon rather than here. And I really like the choreo, but on listening to the song again, that shift that they have, the third one where I think you have Nin Yang that's singing, or the way they do like beat drop, the artificial girls like beat drop, and then you have Nin Yang. That's too much for me right now. I may get used to it, but that drop is actually too, even though she gave me warning. Thank you for the warning. But even that, it's too much for me right now. I can get all the other shifts that we're getting from them, but that wasn't a beat drop. That was like a cliff dive. It was a lot. So that's it. Play. Oh, the snake is speaking.
Gosh. Don't you know I'm a savage? I'm a killer. 널 깨라.
Oh, okay. Okay. They, from my little knowledge of them, they do isolated phrases very, very well. They do the draws. They do even the beats, the audio, like the production. It's hollowed out. So we're getting like, it's like Next Level where you're getting like the very monotonous sort of beats coming. They're probably going to shift as well within this. Hopefully not as dramatic as Next Level, because my brain was like, yeah. But I'm loving those aspects that we're getting from them already. It's different. It's actually different. It's actually different. And in reality, if you're going to come out and you're going to say that you're doing like a whole AI thing, which originally, honest, I thought it was a gimmick, and I thought it was a gimmick to cover up poor vocals. Hadn't heard them. I just thought, is that what SM is doing? Like, they're just trying to, like, you know, like, dress it up in a new way, because now it's 4th gen and everyone's trying to get attention. So this is their, like, new little marketing trick. And that maybe, like, the standard of the girls wasn't as strong, or I don't know, forgive me. That's what I thought, but it's not. It's actually, if you're going to come out and do all of those things, you need it to be consistent throughout the music video. So I like that it's not just a thing that is a side piece, that it's actually consistent. Even their songs, what they're talking about, they're using this virtual reality as an analogy. I think it's an analogy. I may be wrong. They're using it as an analogy, but they're sticking with it rather than like now shifting into the real world, which is really interesting, because for SM as a company, for the group as a whole, it really works because you're set apart, you look different. It's something interesting that people can really follow the storyline, like where they're engaging us, not just orally, visually, but also when it comes to our like storytelling faculties and wanting to be involved in some sort of sci-fi fantasy drama type thing. Like it's unlocking an extra part that we would have, which is really interesting and very engaging. But I'm not sure how it's going to work for the girls themselves, because are they playing characters within this music video, or are we actually getting their authentic charisma of, if they had any other song, this is how they would deliver it? I'm interested to see that and what they would talk about, because I imagine this is working for like a debut phase, but over time, surely they're going to want to sing about stuff that is actually going on with them, or they're going to want to present themselves in a kind of different way. And so it's like very good on one hand, but it's also potentially difficult for them as people. I think let me know in the comments what you think about that actually.
Oh my gosh, don't you know I'm a savage?
You didn't know? The way she's dissing you without looking at you. Oh no, okay, choreo as well. Oh, No, come on. Barely looking. Oh, there's multiple of her. Okay. You're gonna have to deal with the fact that I'm gonna keep going back because this is a lot. This is intense. No, I love her rap tone in this. Best. And her dance, is she the main dancer? Even her. This part. This flow. Oh. Oh, they're done. They're done with the Mamba. They're not dealing with that fight anymore. Oh! Sing! Crushy! Oh! No, they're yikes. This is overwhelming. It's actually overwhelming. There's no point screaming. There's no point shouting and hollering and getting like very excited because it's actually too much to even... I can't find words. It's too much to take on board. What's actually being presented. I'm loving the rap styles that we're getting from the two. I think this is they're shining more. The rappers are shining most in this song than the other two songs. It was almost like melodic rap, maybe because of the way the beat was structured. But this, I'm loving. The beat within this allows them to flow a lot more freely, and I'm loving that. We're still getting the vocals, we're still getting the ad-libs, but it's actually the performance that is killing me. It's the way that they're presenting everything and the way that we're getting just the intensity, just not even bothered. The lyrics that we're getting, I'll crush you, I'll break you into pieces. That they're now, because we've already been invested in this whole story of Black Mamba and, Black Mamba, almost like this world that you're being trapped in, that they are following, and, the Black Mamba is like speaking evil into them. And now they're ready to be like, nah, I'm done with that. And we're getting the very literal representation of what they're saying by all the social media posts. So it seems like Black Mamba and this other world is a analogy for social media negative people, commenters, all that kind of haters, but haters in a virtual way. Even in one of the songs, I can't remember which song, but there was one point where the girl with the black hair, she was looking at her phone, and it almost looked like she was looking at her a performance of them, them as a group. And that's going to be another thing that people are going to say. People are going to diss their idols. People are going to diss their performance. It wasn't good enough. They didn't give enough. They didn't sing live well enough. They didn't like the choreo. They didn't like the set. People are going to say stuff. And this is a representation, because all the emojis that we're getting is just done. They're done with it all. They're coming for you now. They're not following no one anymore. Ooh, you can sing. Crush it! And she crushed it for her and all her friends. This choreo. Oh, the harmony, yes! Nah, she's main. She's a main dancer. She's killing it.
Everybody look at me 익숙하잖니 양보해 참여하면 돼 어른스럽게 I'm locked up in the glass 난 널 싶어 너무
But you're not in the glass anymore. Your friend smashed it. You have to say the camera work as well is very excellent when it comes to framing. I definitely saw it in the live, but in here, the camera is very good at framing them, and particularly this girl, the artificial looking one. Not her. You know the one I'm talking about, the dancer girl. Like, the camera is very good at framing her and showing her like attitude, showing her beauty, showing her sass and her charisma. You know, like the way that it's we're just getting the quick transitions. It's at her. I started speaking Hausa to you guys. That's how confused I am. I'm doing different languages now. Oh, Black Mamba again! The move! Ooh, she can sing as well! Shut up! She smashed the bullet. The bullet wasn't enough for you. She's smashing it too. I love this. I love how subtle it is. These avatars are so different. Oh, oh, that voice, that voice. No, your voice. Bug off. That's such a British insult. Bug off. Who wrote that? Oh. 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 This that part, the production was very similar to Sticker. Here, you know their dance break. Oh my gosh. I felt insulted. I prefer the vocals here though. They're high, but they're also a bit more balanced than in Mamba.
What?
They're spitting on you. Yay. Crap, this video is going to be really long. They're doing a lot though. I'm not even sorry. The alarm. Sound the alarm. Oh! Check that transition. Come on, no, that was excellent. And I like the deeper register that she's doing. Let's go. wow, the fact that she's singing, rapping, dancing like that, looking like that. She's literally like it girl. I like how they do these moves. It's like a snake moving slowly towards their prey. And this again, snake charmer. Oh, no, her voice here. Beautiful. I have to say, their choreos are some of the best that I've seen for a while. It's the fact that we're getting all of the sharp movements that are obviously intricate and make you kind of are like wow moments, but where I personally really enjoy within choreographies when we get more fluid moments. And so I think they're about to do it now as well. Also, like when you're moving forward or where it's a little bit more limited, I really enjoy where they're not doing like full body work, but it's actually just the face, that whole thing that they do where they're framing it. I think in one of the songs they did a bit more of a shoulder move. I like that. I like when they when you slow it down and you do subtle moves, and then you're able to play with it when it comes to your expressions. Your personality is able to come through a little bit more. So I like that all the elements. Like, yeah. Like all of this, it's high tempo, it's intricate, it's interesting. And then they'll slow it down. There we go. That's like their formula. They'll slow it down, we focus on them. Ooh. I love that this song is, oh no, that was I was already saying I love this song and you just did that. I love that it's a deeper register. Oh, we're getting more R&B tones within it, which I love. No, beautiful. This girl though. With the black hair. She's incredible. There's a reason she's the center. Or at least if she's not the center, there's a reason why she's getting so much of the spotlight. They're good, y'all. They're good. They're incredible. Oh, we're getting the phones again. They're starting off looking uninterested. Can you imagine people these days? You sit down to watch their music video and they're just acting as if you don't even exist. But yeah, that makes you interested. I'm annoyed at myself. They're not looking at the camera at all. You're just part of the journey. Black Mamba. So last time they're standing up to Black Mamba, so they can't go back. And this is much more of a, like, so the aesthetic, it's much more of a more kind of riskier aesthetic when it comes to their outfits. So we're seeing the transition that now they're ready to actually they're not taking any of the crap before they'll crush you. So in Savage, it was all future tense though. It was, we will crush you, I will do this, all of that. They haven't actually done it. So if they start going back in this, then I'm gonna be annoyed because the storyline has to evolve. I'm invested now. Ooh. Oh. Who's watching? That looks like it looks like the room that they use for kick it. Like you can see as reusing sets and like shaping it in different ways, which might be intentional actually, to like bring through the continuity. How dark. In chaos. Do you know what's funny? Wait. What's funny is that they only start looking at the camera when they actually start doing all of the lyrics about how you know, they're going to confront you, they're coming, they're on their way, they're those girls. What is it? Like when they start actually doing more of the punchier lyrics, that's when they're now like, okay, now you deserve my attention. For me to actually look at you up until then, nah. Oh, I might have gone too far. Okay, with them girls. Well, that would have been nicer if they rounded it and continued. They're really committed to this concept. I love her. I love their attitude. So they all have their individual fights. Oh, they can shapeshift into their avatars. The vocals aren't going as hard as Savage. Like, they're powerful, right? But in terms of the way that the power, they're not belting it as much as Savage, which I like, because I like that it seems with each song, the way that the beat is structured, they will match their voice to that, which tells me that they are talented because they can actually change it up. And especially, like, so I watched Ninyang do the duet with Onyu, and her voice wasn't as high as I'm seeing in this music video. So I know that she has diversity within her voice to be able to show different things. So like we're getting slightly different styles. Oh, that was nice. That was nice. Her voice just slowed it down. Oh, that run was nice. I don't know about the lyrical composition at that point, but the voice was nice. Oh, her heart. That's her heart. Someone's heart. Whew. Break. Oh. Again, I love the aspects in the choreo that we get. The subtlety. I love those subtle moments they do. Oh gosh! Wow! Voice! Black Mamba's heart. Oh yeah, Black Mamba's heart. Black Mamba's disappeared. Oh, I should probably watch this back because I think there's definitely moments when they. God, you actually, so with their songs, you can't just shift straight into it. There needs to be like, you need to be following it. I've learned my lesson. I won't go back, but there seems to be, there's like elevator scenes, like they're going to a certain level. There's, level. But there seems to be like storylines within the storylines, within the larger, universe storyline that they have, which is very intricate, which is very interesting, and I'm curious. I'm definitely curious, particularly on how they as individuals fit into this, because they're delivering it all. Their performance style, like I said, is so captivating. All these like I'd like to see a ballad actually, because that's the only side of them I haven't really seen. I know they can do it when it comes to their vocals. I think they can do it, but in terms of their presentation, I'd like to see that as well. But the choreo, honestly, I'm like, their choreo is very exciting to me. Very exciting. I love how they do intricate moves, intricate like footwork, handwork, and then they slow it down to more kind of subtle work, and it's either them looking to the side, them moving forward, or like the hand movements to kind of represent the whole Black Mamba thing. I like that we're getting set choreography pieces within each song that are mirroring each other. Some of the like floor work with the kind of snake movement, some of the hand stuff. Like I like that. I like that there's a continuation that you can kind of be like, okay, that's Aespa. Particularly when their songs are so varied within the song, let alone the discography. I like that there are common strands. There are common strands between the dance, and there are common strands between the messaging as well. That's all I'm going to say. I'm actually going to go sleep. I'm going to go sleep because this is a lot. This was a lot to experience. That's what it was. It was an experience, and it's a lot to go through. So I'm going to sleep. When I get back, I'll probably watch it again, and hopefully I would have assimilated it a little bit more, because it's a journey. I don't think I've ever recorded a reaction this long.